Morning guys, welcome to Bavaria. Still a little bit chilly here, although it's very sunny. Don't be deceived, here in the mornings it's still a bit chilly, hence why I've got my hat and my jacket on. This channel is all about personal development, fitness, nutrition, business, etc. So guys, if you find that the content of this video resonates with you in some way, please just take the time to gently tap on the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you won't miss any of the content that I'm going to put out for you. What I'd like to talk about today, guys, is the power of small steps taking you to success with big goals. You know, there's this kind of illusion that when you see people who are successful, whether it be with their physique or in business or whatever, is that there must have been some dramatic change in their lives, or some dramatic event that took place that led them to get to that success story. You know, with successful business people, say for instance, who are financially independent and so forth, they must have gotten lucky. There must have been some big event that helped them to manifest this success that they can tangibly be seen in the moment. When the reality is, I mean, you do get the exceptions where that is the case, but the reality is it's normally a series of small steps consistently applied that leads to that success that they've achieved. But obviously you don't see that with the end effect. You only see the end effect, the large house, the nice car, the lifestyle and everything. But really what's led to that from a business perspective normally is small incremental steps applied on a daily basis. It's the same with fitness, you know. It's not one overnight workout that's led to somebody being in great shape at a given time in their life. It's small steps applied daily that leads to that. You know what they say, guys, climbing Everest starts with the first step. And we can apply that to business, fitness, spirituality or whatever. When somebody's undertaking, or mountaineers undertaking the task of climbing Everest, they're not looking at the peak when they start off. They're looking at base camp 1. You know, how can I get to base camp 1, get there, reassess the situation, and then move on to the next project, which is reaching base camp 2. And then what happens is, after a series of getting through the various base camps, all of a sudden the summit comes into view and success can be seen. It's exactly the same principle that you can apply to business, getting to the first level. You know, what am I going to do in my business? How am I going to change things up and make my business more successful? Okay, project 1 is going to be to digitize my business. So from going from an analog model of business to going to a digital model of business. That could be your project 1, with the goal being that you're going to have a really successful, positive, profitable business down the line. But you've got to undertake that first project first. So chunking everything down. You want to get it to a physique where you've got 10% body fat. Okay, you can't do that overnight, so what are you going to do first? Okay, you're going to reappraise your diet firstly, even before you do any exercise. Reappraise your diet, get it healthier. Get that goal under your belt first, and then you can look at the situation from there and adjust your tactics to get to your goal. Really, guys, the key to it, you know, say for instance with physique and diet and so forth, and getting into shape, you can actually chunk the project down into small little steps. So what are we talking about here? You know, what could you do that are small steps that would have a dramatic impact on your physique over time? Very simple. Let's take nutrition, diet as an example. You know, consciously making the effort to actually reduce the amount on your plate at every meal, reducing it by 20%, so by a fifth. So when you're dishing your portions of food out, actually consciously making an effort to reduce the amount on the plate for every single meal that you have. That can be tremendously powerful, because if you multiply that over time, you're going to see results, because you're reducing calories without cutting anything completely out. If you factor in as well that you make a decision, say for instance, very small step, but rather than taking the car to the station every morning on the way to work, walking to the station instead of taking the car. Now factor in if you had that change allied with the reduction of the amount of food on your plate, again over 6 months to a year, you're going to see dramatic results from that. So the main takeaway from this little video, guys, is that you've got to break things down. You've got to chunk things down, projects, into manageable chunks, so that you can apply habits and goals on a daily basis that are going to make your big project or your big end game much more reachable. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it's been of some benefit to you. You know, we're living through hard times, and anything that can help to manage things on a daily basis has got to be useful to us. And you know, let me know what your projects are in the comments. Let me know what you're doing. How are you managing these times? How are you keeping on track with all the regulations and so forth that have been imposed on us, so that we can flip the whole thing on its head and come out of this you know, in a better place. There are too many people, and it's understandable, you know, we're over a year into lockdown now and have succumbed to the whole thing. Drinking too much, sitting at home watching Netflix and drinking wine. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of that if wine's your thing. It's not mine, as you know from these videos, but if that makes you feel better and is a little reward at the end of the week for what you've been doing, fine, nothing wrong with that. But if that becomes your normal day-to-day go-to way of going about things, it's not going to lead to a good place in the long run. So, you know, keep your chins up, keep positive. Watch these videos. I'll try and be as positive as I can for you to try and help you along the way, and keep moving forward and onwards and upwards. That's the most important thing. That's what we say on this channel. Keep moving forward, onwards and upwards. Okay guys, take care, have a great week, and I'll see you on the next video. All the best.